How's it going, everyone? I'm Isle, and today I bring you some more StarCraft 2. Today from the Americas. And yeah, as you can see, something strange is happening on screen. Because today I have this player from Brazil. It is Erik. He's become quite popular, but I'll talk about him in a second. Let's quickly... That's early. Anyway, quickly, the other player. Okay, we have a Protoss player from the USA. It is Astrea, who I absolutely love. I love watching Astrea. But anyway, Erik is a player that's been doing funny things, and he's been really popularizing a whole bunch of strange builds, let's just say. So, on the surface, his builds seem to be inefficient. They're like just wrong. But somehow, some of the other players, like Cyril, have been picking up on these builds. So this is a single pull with a very early gas into very early speed, and now Zerglings. This is an aggressive build, so Astrea's going to see this. But yeah, he's been doing some interesting things with extracted tricks and all sorts of stuff, which is really interesting. And now that I've actually got some new replays, which I'm so excited for, yeah, I wanted to check out some of his games and see the types of things that he does. Oh, that's annoying. The Zerglings wanted to go across the map, but they had to turn around because Astrea just put a pylon over there. But yeah, he's going to have to be careful in this one. Funny stuff might not necessarily work because he's going up against a very solid player from the Americas region. It is Astrea. At this stage, I'd probably say he's the best. Probably between him, Scarlet, and Special. Between those three players. Vying for who's best. But Astrea, definitely a solid player. Now, what's interesting about Erik is I've never really heard of him. I just know he's gained some popularity, and I thought, okay, well, maybe he's a young player. And, I mean, well, he is, but he's 26, which is not that young. Actually, not young at all for StarCraft. You know, if you're looking at young guys, you're looking at, like, Max Packs. Or there's a whole bunch of other guys coming up, Arrow Fire and people like that. So, you know, they're really good. Trigger, stuff like that. But 26 is not young. I mean, Astrea is 26 too, and Astrea's been around forever. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here. Astrea's going to notice the Zerglings here. So it was a very early speed into a very early Roach Warren. This is just aggression upon aggression. There's... how many roaches? There's 3 roaches marching across the map. Okay. Astrea's gone full defensive. He's got a shield battery up over here. Yeah, I think he's probably going to be okay. Astrea's not an easy opponent to play, so we'll see if the trickery is enough to get him. He's not rushing out his third. He's quite happy to keep his zealot in the wall. Placing it now with the Stalker. The Ravagers are going to start biling. Ooh, ow. That one Stalker does get it. Luckily, there is a shield battery. Another pylon, another shield battery coming up. One gateway might be going down here. Warp gate is finished, so the warp gates are going to be converting. Yeah, I don't know if that was successful. Astrea, being the jolly Protoss that he is, responds by making a Dark Shrine. And there's no lair. There's no spores. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, so Erik is kind of trying to find what's going on here. Because he's looking for the third. He's not seeing it. Astrea's just going to take it on the other side. Is he just going to walk DTs across? Link is being researched right now. Third base is coming up over here. Well, this is definitely an interesting game, if nothing else. Yeah, so Erik goes for a strange opener that didn't really deal any damage. No. Okay, there's the Dark Shrine finished. Where is Astrea going to be warping in his DTs? This time he's actually going for DTs. They're going to be solid. Because Lair is only now started. Oh, here comes some Lings. Bobbing and bouncing forward. Okay, there we go. Wait, where is it? Ah, there it is. Oh, I wonder if you noticed. Okay, so the first one is going to move across. There's another one. Okay, it's going over here. Astrea, you got to be quick. You got to be quick. This one's taking the longest walk possible to get there. If he can get there before Lair, game over. But I don't know if he's going to. Zerglings keep popping in and out, seeing if they can get something done. Go, Astrea, go! So after a super early or super aggressive early game, Erik is now, oh, there we go. A couple of workers going down. At the same time, another DT over here. Okay, this is painful. There's the Overseers finishing off. But this DT is still giving it plenty. That's 11 kills going down. Another DT is over here. That's more going down. This DT's trying to be very sneaky. It is caught out now. But 2 DTs getting 13 worker kills. That's pretty much how you do aggression. Unfortunate there. But yeah, as I was saying, he went for this early aggression into super macro. I'm so confused. It's so nice. I always love it when a player comes along and shakes up the meta. I think it's brilliant. That's what we need every now and then. And that's what guys like, well, Erik and Bly, and, even Mana, Haas, all of those guys that do some really funny stuff. That's what you need. StarCraft needs that to keep it fresh every now and then. Okay. So, Infestation Pit into Spire. And a whole bunch of drones. Roach Speed also coming up now. Astrea's playing quite defensive actually. After those DTs, he's quite happy to sit back now. This base is going to be in trouble. I think a cancel's going to happen here. Those Stalkers getting picked off by the Zerglings. Yeah, don't underestimate Zerglings. They are pretty decent. Yeah, that base does go down. Here comes the Zealot. Hive behind this. Okay. Normally I've got a general idea of what's going on. Nope, not today. I have no idea. Brilliant. I think it's absolutely brilliant. This is really what we need. Ooh, here goes 3 more DTs. Okay, immediately some static defenses start up, but I don't actually get cancelled, so they do get picked off. Prism is here to pick up the DTs, move them to the next area. I like that Astrea went for the DTs. Nope. I am back. Hello. Oh, he really wants the hatch. Yeah, got it. Yeah, that's definitely painful to deal with. Astrea is showing that he's got a couple of his own tricks up his sleeve. Immediately into Greater Spire. Adrenal glands. That's nice and all, but what's the Greater Spire for? I mean, here comes the Protoss army. You got Zerglings. Zerglings, not bad against Stalkers, but Colossus? Ooh, the War Prism goes down. That's actually quite painful. One Viper on the way, a bunch more Roaches. I think the workers are definitely, or the army is definitely a bit later than it should be. Astrea is counter-attacking, that is bringing a lot of the Zerg army back home. And that's a very good position for Astrea to be in. Oh, he loses a DT there. How many War Prisms did he have? He had 2. He did. Because he's got another one flying around wherever it is. And he had one going with the army. He's making 2 Colossus at the time, by the way. Astrea. Fair enough. Okay, here once again we see a Zerg push coming into this base. The Zealot does fall. Stalker immediately takes its place. Same time, the DT is once again causing a little bit of mayhem here. Some more workers going down. Overseer out of position. Oh my goodness, whoopsie. This is a very interesting game. We have Storm now, and we have Corruptors. Is this going to be like an early Brood Lord type of rush? I am very interested. This is a massive Zergling run by the Jar. Zerglings against the Colossus. There are not many units that Colossus deal a lot of damage to, but Zerglings are one of them. And with 5 Colossi, yeah, that's dangerous. So many things moving across the map here. Did the War Prism go down? No, it's still alive. Here it is. Astrea keeping it alive as much as he possibly can. Doesn't even bother flying. That he's flying over the army. Okay, Astrea coming in at a good angle here. One Broodlord. Yeah, Erik not in a good position to defend. He's going to counter-attack on this side, but at the same time, Zealots and a DT are on this side. I think Erik's just going to avoid the army completely. Where's his Broods? He's got 6 Broodlords, actually. They're flying around in the main base, so they're going to try to defend the main base. Soundtown at the same time. This base is in a lot of trouble. Recall's going to happen now. Yeah, recalling most of that Protoss army. A little bit staying behind. Okay, this is massive economic damage because this base is pretty much mined out. This base is pretty much mined out. Zerglings trying to catch Colossus and Archons. Here's the Broodlords. It's not a mass version of Broodlords yet. But 6 is nothing to sneeze at. 6 is definitely alright. What a funny little game. I feel like this is something that I should do. Just rush up to Broodlords. Do funny things, rush up to Broodlords. Erik's worker count at this point is absolutely trashed. He's on 34. So Astrea at this stage, he doesn't even need to work that hard. He just needs to defend. Zerg players need that eco. And having 30 workers, 29 workers, because something is in there once again. GG. Astrea takes game number 1. Alrighty, so we are straight into game number 2. And Astrea is sending a sneaky probe across. Is it? That's a very early probe. Is it just to cancel? Was Astrea gonna respond with some trickery of his own? No, it might just be for a cancel. No, it's a gateway. I thought if it's a forge, I would have loved to see a cannon rush from Astrea. That was an interesting game. Our second map, by the way, is Neo-Humanity in this best of 3 series. So it is match points at this stage. Proxy hatch. It's a strange proxy hatch because... No, Astrea does not. I was about to say. There comes the pool and the gas. Isn't it the norm to pull probes? Zealot and a bunch of probes, right? Is Astrea just gonna try to defend with one Zealot? I mean, maybe he did see the timing, right? Yeah, he was in the base. So he's gonna defend with one probe and one Zealot. Okay. Okay. This is not stuff that you see every day, but this hatchery is going to finish. The spawning pool is done now. The hatch is going to finish, which means immediately there's going to be a queen. Shield battery here. Queen coming up over here. Second zealot does pop out. I guess Astrea's gonna be fine. And then the third base is in the forward position. Okay, sure. Well, Erik really does play a different style of StarCraft, which is still cool. Now the nice thing is, this base, it's gonna take a while for that creep to clear. It's an expensive trade. And the Zerglings are going to pop over here as well as an Overlord, so the Overlord can come chill over here very early. Okay, so one probe does go down. Yeah, before the natural can come up, the creep's got to clear, and the Zerglings are now moving in. They see the Stargate. I don't think there's a big surprise there. The Overlord is able to get out sneakily. Okay, so Astrea's going to stabilize. Still waiting. All right. Very... It was an opener. I guess not too bad. Worker counts are looking okay. There's a ton of workers that just moved across. The Stargate was cancelled. Astrea cancelled the Stargate and then went into a robo. Okay. That's also... These two playing some serious mind games with each other. Erik's Overlord gonna go have a look in and out the whole time. It always baffles me though, when you look at players like this, and you look at a guy like Erik, and you say, okay, yeah, sure, he's not up there, he's not Cyril. But this guy's a professional gamer. And he's honestly just doing random stuff and, you know, bringing a certain level of success to his StarCraft. I mean, he's becoming more known now. Like, how good are these players, even at this level? I mean, there's a massive jump between this to Cyril, obviously. But it is very interesting in the fact that in the couple of games, guys like Cyril have been taking inspiration from some of Erik's builds. I love it. There's the Roach Warren coming up. But yeah, the problem with builds that are very strange is that StarCraft is very much about your mechanics. So guys like Astrea, who's amazing, but more importantly, guys like Cyril and Maru, Dark, you know those guys right at the top? They're so good that most tricks, they're not going to work because their mechanics are just so solid. Even max packs nowadays. But yeah, the mechanics are just too solid. You can't beat them by tricks because they'll just defend everything. A little bit of oversaturation here in the main, but he's probably building to send them across. Now, the training's been decent. That being said, Astrea's not in a bad position. 2 adepts being warped in here. 2 adepts can deal a lot of damage if you're not careful. They do kill workers pretty quickly. That's 2 going down already. There is roaches. They will be picked off and they'll be able to get out. Warp prism speed. Ooh, Disruptor drops. What is going on? 1, 2. There's 2 warp prisms again. Astrea, what you doing, mate? 2 robos, bunch more gateways. So after pretending to open Stargate, Astrea's now going for Disruptor drops with, I'm assuming the other one went home. It did. With 2 Disruptors at a time. I think that's brilliant. I think that's awesome. Okay, here comes the first one. Ooh. Okay, the Disruptor does go down, but that was a glorious hit. Second one moving over here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. I lost it. Astrea, why are you moving so quickly with your Disruptors? Okay, here goes the Adepts once again. Yeah, the Adepts don't do anything. Astrea, you sneaky, sneaky Protoss player. Now this is, in theory, a very good idea, but definitely not easy to pull off because you need a lot of control. A couple more workers. We're gonna see. No, the Queens are in the right position over here. I love that Astrea isn't just playing his normal game; he's also playing strange, which I think it's brilliant. Oh, Disruptor goes in, gets a bunch more workers again. Here we go, Disruptor sneaking in. Boom, 10 more workers. Oh, Astrea. This is such a nice game. I love it. Colossus coming up, so he's actually reinforcing this with 2 Colossus at a time. Oh, these guys are speedy now. Look at that speedy warp prism. Uh-oh. It's gone so quickly, it's gone off the map. Anyway, focus. Okay, here we go. Big Roach Ravager Zergling push coming in, but there are Disruptors. Goodbye. Oh, are we going to get the Disruptor flank? Please. I would love that. Yes. Yes. Okay, gets a couple of hits over here. Colossus and 1 slow Zealot. They do move across. I lost the other Warp Prism again. 1 here. Where's the other one? Okay, now the 2 have gathered together. What on earth? There's the Spire again. We are seeing the Spire. Forge is a little bit late. But I mean, if you look at the damage, look how cost efficient that is for Astrea. These tricky little Disruptor drops. This one's going across again. There's no Disruptors in this time. It's so hard when there's 2 Warp Prisms. Ooh, bunch of Mutalisks. Okay. We're going to see Zealots warping in now. Queen does see them. Oh, they're slow Zealots. That's so painful. No, I have not changed the speed. They are just that slow. Oh, nice force fields. Picks up a couple of roaches. Here goes the mutas. Okay, they're going to go flying across the mutas. Across the map. At the same time, a Baneling nest is coming out. I'm quite surprised that... Did Astrea see that? He must have. He must have seen the mutas because he's got stalkers at home. 1 muta down. Same time Astrea is pushing in over here. Ooh, decent splits at the last minute. But this is a strong Protoss army. GG! Astrea takes the series 2-0. But that was fun. Erik played some really interesting games. Wow, that was great stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. It was definitely a fun game to cast. If you did like it, make sure to like the video. Press the little thumbs up button. And also subscribe if you want to see more StarCraft 2 content. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will see you in the next one.